Hi again. So in the last session we've discussed about what are some of the reasons why you could have got poor marks and what are the strategies we could apply for us to up the game. That's what the concept of this video is, right? So in this video I wanted to discuss about certain reasons that are not in your hand. So what strategies you can build in order for us to overcome that problem. So whenever you write an exam, there are outcomes, and inside of these outcomes, if they are poor outcomes, the reasons can be some things which are in your hands and certain things which are out of your hand. So no point taking a blame for everything. So first distinction is that you need to take blame for what you have messed up and then see what you can do. And for the things which are not in your control, like it could be that technical glitches where you have prepared in certain speed of internet or certain place, and then when you go to a competitive exam to another place, internet is not working, or there was an electricity breakdown, or the place where you sat, there were like say bed bugs or some bugs which made your you were scared of bugs, and then you see a bug in the exam hall. So there's some kind of mess up that can happen because of that. These are all unpredictable reasons, right? So there's not a lot of things you can do about these things. So you need to take that particular small aspect into account. And then there are certain things like operational glitches where say whenever you go to an exam hall, like especially these board exams or any competitive exams, you get these hall tickets. So when they are assigning hall ticket, based on the ticket you go to a particular room and write the exam. What if there's a mess up there? The person who is allotting seats in particular room, say he has ended at 18 and the next room he has to start at 19 but has started at 20. And unfortunately your roll number is 19. So you are neither here or there. So now if you go on to the exam hall like every other student, and you'll see and your number is not even in both the rooms, you'll get panicky. So because of that there's a running around, and by the time you figure out and set, there's like a lot of time wasted, and because of that unusual stress there's a possibility that you could have lost marks. And then there are temperature. You have prepared in a cold environment, especially for sports kind of thing. You have anything new, I'm talking about environment, okay? So probably you are a singer and you sang in particular environment, and then you go to a national competition where there is like a bigger podium, bigger lights and or the judges may be really reputation, and you're scared to sing in front of them. Just have to take into account, okay? Even in this case, it can be stress. So we'll also discuss during those scenarios on how, if it is a stress is a point, then we can also look at that in the next video. But the point is, I want you to also consider, because of this environmental changes, you have prepared, like say people here, you're all playing in maybe 30-degree temperature, and then suddenly you are exposed to 50-degree temperature or minus 10-degree temperature. So there's a difference in how you play, right? That's if you're doing it the first time. So you can build strategies on how do you do even in spite of these environments to some extent, but I want you to take into consideration that at times there's nothing you can do about it. So instead of taking whole blame, just see what you can correct and give your 120% best, and things that are not in your control, just accept it, that that it is one of those bad days for you and you had to take the hit. And in the bigger span of a lot of events in our life, this is one of those events, definitely an important one which could have dented your performance if that hurt you even after certain years. But I want you to take a balanced view about it instead of blaming everything on you. See if you can accept it, certain things which are not in your control, this is why it has happened. Something which are in your control, see what kind of strategies you will want to build. Alright, so in the next video what we will do is we will discuss about strategies which are there in your control, for the mess up that has happened, or the poor outcomes because of your insufficiencies, what kind of things we can do to rectify it, so that you can also become a better performer, a better scorer in marks, or where you are struggling, you can up your game there. All right, bye then.